Oh,
you guys,
that's
my
so
friends,
exciting.
my old friends, my dear
It feels
old
that
friends.
way.
No, at this point we go way back.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
glad you feel that way because we have consumed everything you've done.
I feel that way because I've been consuming what you guys do from the very beginning, thanks to, once again, my dad, who introduced me to your podcast.
It means the world that your dad's a fan.
Journalism matters. And he was doing his, you know what, for him, seeing like pro Marnie content was such like thought diversity. He was like, I must share this with her.
It is cool because we look at like the view insights on socials
There's
and it's
one
like
man.
every 34-year-old woman and then one guy up there.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, that's our guy. That's our Brian guy.
Brian.
That's Brian. You're wearing a gown to like the Met or a fancy event that is going to wrinkle. You get a van where you can stand up all the way,
Oh my God.
which obviously you're not allowed to do.
Yeah.
And Alexander took a photo of me doing it on the way to the premiere, standing up and like holding onto the seat back. And he was like, you should post this. And I was like, will I get arrested? And he's like, no. I'm not going to get like retroactively arrested for standing up in a car.
That's me being like, am I allowed to say I did mushrooms on the podcast? It's like, girl.
By the way, are you? Like, will they come for you?
no one's fired me yet.
Incredible.
But
I have documented myself robbing a Brandy Melville, and I'm
And-
still here.
Evan's
Really?
banned from Brandy Melville, so
The tragedy. The fact that
It
we've been
is.
deprived.
Well, how am I going to find a crop top that fits well?
no, it's over.
Period. You're just not.
Have you ever shopped at Brandy?
I have. Not in a long time, I will say. But
It
I also
is
don't
so-
shop. Like, that doesn't come up.
You have a guy.
I have a guy, but I also just steal clothes from my movies. Like,
Oh, that's
That is
beautiful.
that's
and I
really
just
funny.
started playing people who aren't like scary, and so like their wardrobes are aspirational. Like I stole like a chunk of Morgan's, and by stole I mean was given with permission and took good care of in case we did reshoots. But
love.
I loved a lot of her clothes and Regretting You, so I have a lot of them.
much-
I'm so excited for Regretting You because the in front of the elevator to my office is about a 12-foot by 12-foot close up of not even a body shot, just your face.
We did that deliberately.
Yeah.
We tried to find a location that was so unavoidable for you
Yeah.
that it became uncanny.
I'm like, that's my girl.
I'm gonna go. We wanted to look like a little menacing too, just so
Yeah.
it felt like there were gonna be consequences if you didn't go see it.
A little punch to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, wait, guys, welcome back to
Oh my God,
Girls
sorry.
Rewatch podcast.
Oh, come on. Thank you for coming.
I'm
checking out this
Amelia.
episode. I'm Evan.
And I think you know this girl over here. We've got Marnie Michaels in the building. Allison, thank God you're here.
Thank God you're here, so I get to be here.
This is the best day of our lives, I think.
That's so nice. And also, it's only up from here.
No,
Well, I did get
It's
stuck
the
on
low
the
bar.
subway for 30 minutes today trying to get here. But other than that, it's been an amazing day.
You
And-
slept, what did you say?
I got stuck on the subway
For
So-
30
literally,
minutes?
I was under the Williamsburg Bridge for 30 minutes.
What kind of car was it? What was the vibe in there?
Moving
Moving air?
air, sure, we had that. The M finally gave us that. But there's a woman.
Any hygiene
Oh, that's a good question.
issues?
I'm kind of a place where I've consumed so much TikTok on the train that I actually have no idea what's going on around me anymore.
I see. Got it.
Which is great. That's actually the whole point of
That's
social
healthy.
media.
That's what life is supposed to be like.
cut to me box breathing in here, being like, it's totally fine and I'm really chill. I feel good.
Box breathing's a way of life.
Yeah, it is.
No, I don't know what that is.
It's just
It's like 1, 2, 3, 4
four counts. In, hold for 4, out for 4. Hold for
Oh,
4.
I do 4, 7, 8. That's what I was raised
Wow.
on.
I'm getting competitive with your anxiety breathing. What kind of anxiety is that where you get competitive about someone's breathing?
I don't know.
That sounds better though.
It
I'm
is
like-
better.
But so then what do you do? What's at the 4th number? You kind of need 4.
So wait, it's 4 seconds breathe in, 7-second hold, 8-second release.
And then what?
And then you
immediately
can
breathe
restart
in
all
again.
over again.
Okay.
Oh, is there a pause in between?
Well, in the box breathing there is.
You hold.
You hold before you breathe in.
You
again.
hold?
Mhm.
Oh my god.
You hold. One holds.
There's the hold is between.
Guys,
the
we
breathe in
can't
and
be
the breathe
doing this
out.
right now.
No, they
No,
need
it's
to
actually
know.
important.
It's important. This was like a couple days ago. I'm on a press tour, so I'm having so many random conversations with people. And it's like a liability to have a normal brain during these conversations because in conversation, the things that come to your mind are not necessarily like right for whatever you're talking about. And this
Yeah.
is how I find myself talking to icon Jennifer Hudson about not pushing when she pees on her talk show.
Right,
It's like it was like a Ferris Bueller moment of like, you might be wondering how we got here. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
You're like, we're going to use this for the promo commercial.
I was like, will this stay in the show? I have no idea. I also told her to sing Golden because I was like, you can and thus you must. Like, it's your duty.
My God.
I
When you got
can't.
a
I'm not a
range
belter.
like
I
that.
can't sing that song. You have to do it. And then we were walking and she was listening to it and she was like, I could see her like figuring it out.
Y'all
She's
should
gonna
have
do it on
gone
the show.
Kelly Clarkson with it and sung
She
a
needs to do it
duet.
too. It's your
Yeah.
duty. If you can, you must. And then you need to put it out there so I can watch it. And
Oh,
just be
That's
Absolutely.
like
"Look, you go."
when Marnie wasn't a singer and then Judd was like, but she can, so she must.
Always like that's why I cast her, or how I cast her anyway. So
I know.
I know.
And girl, can you sing?
Well, I can't sing I can't sing, but I can sing enough.
Is
I
Regretting
love
You
singing.
secretly a movie musical?
That'd be very funny.
That'd be
though.
cool.
It was like a little bit. I was in Fellow Travelers. I was like, it's a little bit of a waste that this isn't a musical because the
Mhm.
cast is so musical. Like every single person in that cast. I do not know. I know McKenna is a musician. I don't know about Mason and Dave and Eastwood.
We
It's hard
can
for
get
me
them
to picture
training.
Scott being a musician, but let's do that. Let's just put
It's
it out
always
there.
the people you don't think.
Yeah,
They always pull out a secret voice.
really.
I feel
That's
like
so
that's
unmusical
true.
theater, though.
It is.
To have
They
a secret
They like
anything.
to share.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
like to share out.
We like to be. We live out.
I love when a girl has a secret and it's that she can sing. You know what
That's
I
in
mean?
every indie movie.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
is.
She gets like nudged up to karaoke, and she's like, oh, "Fine."
Yeah,
And
but
then
when
it's
Bridget
gorgeous.
ever does that in Somebody Somewhere, I'm like, this is awesome.
Well, because everything she does is awesome,
Yeah.
including makeup
Uh,
for Marnie's wedding.
oh yeah, that was iconic.
Yeah, we were talking about that exact scene where she describes her heritage.
Yes.
Yeah,
White Christian woman.
white Christian woman.
I impersonated you for an indie comedy show, and that was the one line that I locked in on.
Really?
The one line I got laughs.
Wait,
the
what
whole
is the
show.
context of that? Yeah, exactly. I thought you were gonna be like, that's the only line people thought was funny.
So we did like a snatch game,
Okay.
Broad City and Girls Edition, and
Okay.
Evan played RuPaul.
It almost ruined my life.
And I played the judge who was Marnie Michaels.
Okay,
And then
that's
it was
perfect.
a cast of characters. But meshing the Broad City world with the girls' world was not what people wanted.
No, it's not as seamless. They belong in different.
Yeah.
They lived in different New Yorks. They belong in different universes.
Yeah.
Like
And sometimes live shows are about learning opportunities.
100%.
Yeah.
You've got to have you
That's
have
what
to
it's all
test it
about.
out somewhere.
It was so fun talking to you live at.
I know. I was gonna say that live event was very successful and fun, and you guys were so charming and funny and great.
That was so fun.
was
It
great.
was like 3 generations of women.
It was.
It was Gilmore Girls.
Yeah.
I
all of us.
I got tagged in one post for this.
I was like, he was also there, but it's okay.
Someone has to play Richard. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Well, we got tagged in one post for that event, and someone like ranked all their favorite talks. We beat Miley Cyrus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we won Tribeca
We
Audio.
won Tribeca Audio.
Whoa, you
live.
guys, that's big.
That's
That
huge.
feels like
My
win.
mom loved that episode. She said, "I love what she said about Botox." And I said, "Yes, Bridget."
That's your mom's name.
Yeah.
I got confused because of Bridget Everett. I was like,
Yeah.
are you a Nepo baby? Let's talk about it. Yeah, still talking about Botox. People are always, what's funny about that is that like people then spend the rest of the conversation looking at my face to be like, where is it? What is it? What is it up to? Where is it
Right.
at work?
I'm like,
And
turn
it's-
that
it's
TV
in there.
background.
It's in there. But yeah, I think about that a lot because there's a little part of me too that's like Carrie Russell just did an interview where she was like, I like my face and I'm not gonna change it. I was like, same, but also the liking of my face is why I want to keep it feeling like my face. But I'm not gonna be able to do that forever. So like there's the runway's gonna end at some
I
point.
don't know. Science is always progressing.
People look insane right now. Like what people are doing.
What happened to Kris Jenner is so awesome.
It's wild how people look. Like it's
No.
genuinely incredible. And I'm like, what's the limit? Like how old are we gonna be able to look like 40-year-olds?
Well, you know,
4.
what comes up must come down.
All right, Casey Musgraves coined
Mhm.
that.
No, she didn't.
A different fellow. I like the idea that Casey we've just been sleeping on gravity as a
She
concept.
said it in her song, and she was the first one to ever think it and speak it.
That's easy enough. Well, no,
Whatever.
Kris Jenner's facelift has settled as of now. It's like
So
she looks
you're-
normal.
There's been a daily watch. It's like it has officially.
It's
The
like
experts have weighed in.
it's like watching the sprout grow. in, like,
Time
elementary
lapse.
school. Time lapse.
I actually have not done a deep dive on her exact facelift, but all of the little lifts, there's so many terms for different types of lifts. I'm like, this
I
is
know.
getting
People
fascinating.
are doing the cool, like the neck
the
thing is
dupe
cool
deep
right
plane.
Deep, is that what it's called? Deep plane.
Yeah. That's
Sounds
what Kris
good.
Jenner had.
What's the thing with having thread in your face?
Because Lisa Barlow said threads. You saw
Oh,
this?
yes. Oh, my God. When she was fact checking, it's like, it's threads. It's not a facelift. What did she say? She said the number of threads, right?
She's like, well,
So many.
There's barbed
I'm like,
threads in her face that are pulling it upwards. And by the way, they dissolve every year. And
Wait,
It sounds.
it's
I
horrible.
literally was like, this is like a horror movie to me.
wait, that's
It's
so
body
scary.
horror.
It's Megan 3.
Yeah.
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 It really is.
Gemma's like, I need to look as young as you. Yeah, but it's incredible science, you know?
But if anyone wants to know plastic surgery surrounding barbed wire, it would be Lisa Barlow.
Of course.
course.
She can handle it. As long as she's distracted by like Diet Coke and her phone. I feel like you can put anything in her face and she won't notice. You don't watch this show. So you're just
No.
sitting out this part of the conversation.
Yeah, but
I'm new to Bravo, so I get it. I was you a year ago.
I'm going on a podcast this weekend about the Real Housewives, so I gotta catch up quick.
What podcast?
That you haven't even seen one episode.
I watched last night 7 minutes of season 2, episode 1, and I learned a lot.
Of what show?
Which one?
The Real Housewives of New York City.
But-
Oh, wait.
okay, but-
I'm doing a binge from the very
Okay,
beginning.
yeah,
So I'm
we're-
in season 4.
We're in the same world.
Season 2.
Season 2
Is that when the recession hits? Because that season was hysterical. They were trying to like figure out how to like act like they were in a recession
I don't.
as rich people who weren't feeling
Right
it.
now they're in the Hamptons, so I don't think it's hit yet.
No, they continue to be in
They
the Hamptons
stay-
even after it hits. It's
That doesn't affect it.
incredible.
Okay, totally.
Zarin Fabric. I'm obsessed with that show.
I need to get into it because women's stories matter.
They really do. And boy, do they agree with you. They agree so much with you.
Well, Millie didn't want to watch it because she thought it was a negative portrayal of women.
I was just like,
I don't even know. There's no
But there's-
way to qualify
there's
what
no
kind
way.
of it's just a portrayal of women.
It's a portrait of a woman on fire.
Yeah,
yeah.
certainly.
Yeah.
It's honestly like a time capsule though, because when I started from the beginning and this show started while I was still in college, and you're just watching fashion change, you're watching like body like positivity. In the first season, someone goes to like I don't know, like health camp, but it's basically like fat camp, and
Okay, perfect.
they have to answer for it like kind of, but not in the way that they would now. People do like
Right.
racist impressions. Like times have changed very quickly in this period
It's
of time.
I paid extra for the HD version, and then it was 480 pixels, and I said, this is a different time.
Yes, that's
Like, that is HD back then.
By the way, they're probably so sad that it's no longer shot in that resolution.
Yeah.
That's really
Those
funny.
files must be
Wait, why
massive.
did they did you dirty? to have
I
you
know.
pay for that?
YouTube, you will pay for your sins.
Someone
They
needs to
will not.
remaster Real Housewives.
What'd you say?
Someone needs to remaster it.
Yeah, like recolor it like the Wizard of
Exactly.
Oz. I love it. Okay, well, we have to ask you our famous question.
Yes.
Girl, what girl are you?
You asked me this already. I have the
Can you
same
say
answer.
Jessa so we can make a promo clip that rage baits the world?
I'm like a forever aspiring Jessa.
Yeah, we
But
all
I'm
are.
Marnie. I mean, yeah. Well, an adult show probably actually, but
Lena Dunham
as we
said the
know
same
her,
thing.
yeah, as we know her, because she's the only one that's actually like reasonable as the show ends, where you're like, I'm not worried about you at all. You're gonna be totally fine. Like probably a mayoral candidate at some point.
I feel like Marnie could work.
I win. I'm the best friend.
Win.
She's not. That's not okay. That's not like a sustainable
Marnie
living
for mayor.
situation.
Come on.
I'm like, there's no way for
Her
you to be
ego
Marnie.
would like
No,
it.
literally.
Yeah, I agreed with when Lena and I have talked about this a little bit. Like, where are they? And I think she's right that she's in recovery for sex and love addiction for sure. I think she's on husband number 3. I think she is. She wants to be a mom, but like shouldn't be, and it has frozen her eggs and is trying to figure out like what to do.
I think her and Mimi Rose Howard would be besties.
I do too. Honestly,
Like, that could work.
Yes, I agree.
But okay, we do. I mean, we're gonna jump around so much, but it is like, so you move upstate with your best friend to raise a kid.
Yep,
What?
I know. It's a wild
What
choice.
do you mean, girl?
I didn't question it because I was just so glad to be in the finale. That I was like, I'm so glad that I win. I'm the best
You
friend.
win.
I'm here. So I was like, I don't, this would
It's
be so
like
fun.
series wrap on everyone, and you're like, but not me.
Literally.
That must feel so
It also felt
good.
really weird to not
Oh,
have.
weird.
Oh my God. It felt so we like celebrated all the kind of like rap cast things, like the episode before with Shosha's party, and then we departed to go be on location. So that part felt a little weird, but in a way, if we had wrapped like all 4 of us at the same time, I think emotionally I wouldn't have been able to handle that. I
Yeah.
already like was just a weepy disaster for that whole finale episode.
I would be.
Yeah, I was just like a ball of tears, like just crying constantly. I have all these photos from that time where I'm just like red-eyed, like trying to like not cry because I'm doing a scene of a random part of the episode
Oh
about
my
like latching where
God.
I'm not crying, so that doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
That's amazing because we would love to see the photos from that time.
Yeah, I have one of me in those like polyester pajamas,
That's
fully just weeping, holding Lena.
so cute.
It
Oh
was
my
really
God.
an emotional time.
There's so much controversy around the ending of Girls. So many people feel like it should end at season 5 or season 6, episode 9. Sorry, the one before.
What happens? Oh, the one before after
People
Shosh
Yes.
wanted
engagement party.
Shosh party to be the end.
People feel like that's the right ending of Girls, and a lot of people don't believe that the last episode, like we're referring to right now,
Is real.
is the actual ending because people feel really uncontent with it.
Interesting.
Which I've always thought was interesting.
I would think of it as like an after credit.
Right? Like,
Lol.
what is it called? The opposite of overture?
A coda?
A coda.
Is it a coda?
Or, you know, the epilogue.
Yeah. It's like an epilogue.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
She's
that's
Shakespeare. She was doing Shakespeare and everyone was pissed.
But I do think, like, in Regretting You, not to spoil anything, the movie ends, then you see directed by Josh Boone, and then this, like, little scenelet comes up. Now, this was an entire episode of television, but still, like, you're not, like, you still know what the ending was.
Yeah.
And then there's just, like, but also, we're not going to make you wonder what happened with this pregnancy. Aren't
It is
you
an
curious?
interesting point. I feel like
wanted
it's
to know what happened,
Yeah.
and I wanted you to sing Fast Car, and
Yeah, I
it
had to
all-
do that.
It all happened.
When Tracy Chapman performed that recently, so many people texted me that it felt like she was covering a song that I had published, like the way people were reaching out to me. And I was like, no, this is her song that is perfect that I destroyed in our
Well,
show.
people
And then she's reclaiming.
people think you invented the Edie Brickell song.
I know,
Oh,
and I am a
absolutely.
long time Edie Brickell
The way they're like,
fan.
and Allison wrote this herself.
No, I'm like, that gives Marnie way too much credit. Yeah, some of her songs were actual bops. Like Jack Antonoff wrote some of Marnie's music.
That's
These are
incredible.
like really good songs. I still get
mean-
Oaxaca. Anytime someone says Oaxaca, I get it stuck in my head. That song.
it could be huge on the
It could
MJ
be
Letterman
huge.
album.
Should we? The
Come on.
lyrics, you haven't even heard all the lyrics. They're
there's
they're
more than that?
intolerable.
I mean,
I can play you the full track. I have it on my computer.
I know you're
Yeah, here.
busy, but what if you recorded like a Marnie Michaels like Christmas album?
Well, singing as Marnie is like exhausting for me. It's really fun, but it takes so much thought because it's like, it's basically my voice, but then it's like take away any emotional connection to the material and like don't be totally in your body and then like sing every consonant and sing it as if you're sight reading it for the first time off the sheet music with no added emotion or like performance quality. And like it's the more you become an emotionally wired person, the harder that gets. Because you're like, how do I deliver stronger like that? Like I don't think I could do that. I'd have to like practice a lot to get back to that level
Right.
of performance of stronger.
Well, of course, that's a trained voice. Months. You're gonna go
It
to Alps
took a
or
long time.
something. Come back.
The Alps.
Go to the Alps? Is that what you said? For altitude?
Yeah,
what's
I feel like
the-
every good
okay.
training should happen in the Alps.
Yeah, I'm down. I mean,
Yes.
I'm always happy to go to the
I
Alps.
want to the Alps. Okay, I want to talk about how Gen Z didn't know we were supposed to be mad at Marnie.
Fascinating. This is actually a question I have for you guys.
Yeah.
So you come to the show. I heard the like origin story, and obviously everyone who listens to your pod knows the origin story. But like when you met her originally, were you like, I'm down with her, and then eventually like I fuck with her? Or was it like she's a little annoying, but I'm rooting for her, and then
I was always identifying as her,
Yeah.
but in self-hating way.
yeah, of course. Like,
And
reluctantly.
I
like-
also think like when we started, we were so used to kind of like everybody being mad at Lena and like
at Lena, not Hannah. Though.
at Lena,
Yeah.
or even the show, they're like, these girls
Yeah,
suck.
yes,
like,
exactly.
everyone sucks. So we almost like started the pod from a place of like being like, oh, we know everybody's mad, but we're still gonna do this.
Good for you.
Um,
Brave.
Well,
That
and
makes you
I think
hashtag
upon
brave.
no, literally hashtag brave.
Hashtag brave.
Hashtag brave.
Well, upon first watch, I was younger than the characters, and I feel like anytime you're younger than, and I think especially there's a specific relationship you have like when you're in your late teens and early 20s and you're watching someone that's 27, they can do anything on earth and you're gonna think they're the coolest person alive.
Interesting. Thinking of us as cool or
Yes.
aspirational is like mind blowing.
I didn't even know the show. I thought the show was a drama when I watched it when I was 19. There was
It's like a
not
cautionary tale.
there was not a single line in it that I thought was a joke. Like I was just
Whoa.
like eating it like soup.
No, I
being
studied
like
the Bible.
Yeah.
I really was into
And I was
it.
like, okay, so this is what grown-ups do. And it's like,
Oh my God. It's not like that inaccurate, although the world bears like little to no resemblance to that world. Suddenly, like
Yeah.
living in New York is a fundamentally different.
It's so
it is like
interesting.
it
We
was
find that Brooklyn actually feels so much because it's when we watch Girls, we don't feel like it necessarily it takes place in New York, but it doesn't feel like it's such like a overly New York-y show. Where
Yeah.
just so that Sex in the City and Broad City, where
It's like it's the fifth character.
exactly.
Yeah.
In Girls, the fifth character doesn't feel like it's necessarily New York City. I mean, it takes place there,
No,
and
it's
it's a
Ray.
beautiful element.
yeah,
It's
it's like
Ray.
the character's Ray.
Yeah. I agree with you. I feel like it couldn't have existed in another city, but it didn't need to like, linger on that too much.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, it also is just different to live here now than it was then. Even it wasn't that long ago, but it's totally
It's a
different.
period piece. It really is.
Yeah, of course. I think that's part of also why it's easier to enjoy now because it's less like that is what it was like then. And she was writing it in real time. And like that was just too much for people. It was like they
Yeah.
weren't ready to watch a in real time biopic of themselves. They needed some space, I think.
Right. Like it's like people are dying to be represented in the media, but then when they're represented in the media, they're so upset.
I know. They were like, I don't like what is the Facebook meme? I'm in this picture and I don't like it. That is how a lot of people felt about it. But Marnie in particular.
But Marnie
I know,
in
sorry, a
particular.
Facebook reference. You're like,
No, we
millennial.
love.
It's
Cool.
like when you bring up G chat in the pilot.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Or in our
Yeah.
walk and talk. That was one of my
Yeah.
audition scenes.
Oh really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, take us back.
Well, this story is crazy.
That was honestly, I gotta give Amelia credit. That was an amazing parlay.
Amazing.
Wait,
That was
take
really
us
good.
back.
Okay, so to how I got the
By the way,
job.
we know the whole story.
How I Met Your Mother.
Oh my god, Evan, I love your shirt today. It's so classic.
You know, I love it too. It feels like a true classic shirt, honestly. It's tapered in all the right places, and honey, it feels like velvet and butter had a baby.
Velvet and butter. Okay, one time I found out that Kristen Bell gets all of her shirts tailored, even her t-shirts, and that's why she always looks amazing. And I'm so excited because the true classic shirts we got kind of give that tailored feeling. It just feels like quality, and I like that it's like affordable. Like, let's make quality clothing available to the masses.
Oh my god, I've been feeling like Kristen Bell all week. I couldn't figure it out. It's because of my true classic t-shirt.
Oh my god, that's what it was. True Classic is built for comfort, built to last, and it's also built to give back. Isn't that awesome?
Honey, it's given back too. Look at this.
If you want the True Classic shirts, you can find them on Amazon, Target, Costco, Sam's Club.
Oh, I love Sam's Club. Let's get into Amelia and Evan Club too. Get this t-shirt on your body.
If you don't like shopping in person, you can go to trueclassic.com/girls to try them out for yourself.
I know you know the whole story. I'm sure they all know the whole story.
Okay, well, like, what did it feel like to be that young and be like, I'm finally allowed to audition because I graduated college?
I felt great. And I took a class in New York with a woman named Ellen Novak, shout out, about auditioning on camera. And she gave us a worksheet and like a notebook and all these tricks. And we did a couple like mock auditions. And then I filmed a bunch of live music videos with my friends and then moved to Los Angeles and we were editing videos. And I think we uploaded the first one like, I don't know, a week into living in LA. And then within 10 days of that, Judd Apatow had seen it, reached out, asked me to audition for Marnie, and I had my girls audition. And I was like, obviously I'm not going to get this part. Like, that seems obvious. Like, I'm
Right.
so new, but I have a worksheet and a notebook
Have a worksheet.
that I haven't used yet. And I'm
took a
going to
class.
do all the things that Ellen taught me to do. And this will be like a really good way. Because I also didn't think I would have an audition for a really long time. I had booked like tutoring for like months and like was just ready to not. No one moves to LA and is like, well, I'm sure I'll be employed gainfully as an actor very soon.
No,
that's
that's
just
like,
actually
let me
why
work on
most
things.
people move to LA.
Yeah,
Actually,
like-
they think that's what's gonna happen.
but they get other jobs, which I also did and was like, just had everything set up for like a gig economy life for a while.
Yeah.
And so I went into the audition with zero expectations, and not even like the expectation of, it's kind of like I felt maybe the audition, Judd was sort of just curious to see what I would look like on camera. I'd met him once before.
Mhm.
He kind of knew my dad a little bit, so nepotism already showing up big time. And but I also was like, in the nepotism game, I was like, he might be doing this just to kind of be nice because there's a thing he can give me an audition for, but like knowing that it's not going to happen.
He was like, let me give a young girl practice.
Literally, that's kind of how I interpreted it. And I was like, gladly so. I will take this practice and my practice sheet and I will do my homework to the best of my ability. And I will, show up and do this thing. And I showed up at the audition. I remember it was like, I saw an actress I won't name, but that I recognized in the waiting room. And I was like, see, this is the this is the caliber. This is where I am. Like, whoa, I'm in a waiting room for an audition with this person. Like,
it was Meryl Streep.
It was Meryl Streep. Yeah, they had a different idea for Marnie at the beginning. It was going to be like a slightly intergenerational friendship. But I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Like, she'll get this part because I know her. Like, I recognize her face. Like, obviously she's going to get it. This is so annoying. I'm sorry to not reveal the name, but it's just like, it would be such random shade to throw.
Comment down below what awesome actress you think it was.
If I was listening, I would immediately go to ChatGPT and be like, what evidence do we have? Who could it have been? It's like when Rebecca Ferguson keeps like obliquely referring to a male co-star who's mean to her. I'm like, ChatGPT knows to tell me when that news breaks. I've let them know. Anyway, so I just had no expectations and was just excited, which for a perfectionist is like real growth. To just be like, I'm gonna just do this for practice. Like, this is great. And I had no sense of like, I'm gonna get this part. I wanted to, obviously. At this point, I also, again, just reflecting on the like connections and everything and how helpful they are. I knew Rita Wilson before I moved to LA. I'd met her a couple times, but she has such mentor energy that she like stayed in touch with me. And then when she found out I was moving out there, she was like, come over, let's go on a hike, like fully took me under her wing. And she taught me to celebrate victories along the way, because otherwise our business will drive you insane waiting to celebrate things until they're real or good or you get critical recognition or whatever. So she was like, you got an audition. Let's go on a hike and we'll celebrate. So we started this tradition of like going on a hike and having cupcakes together and celebrating. She's the greatest. I love
She
her
really
so
is
much.
mother.
This is why when Lena saw us sitting next to each other and talking, I think at the Emmys or the Globes, the first season, she was like, done. This is so obvious. You guys are fully like, anyway. So after in the audition, I walk in, it's all women in the room, which hadn't occurred to me that it would seem unusual, but suddenly I'm in a room with like 5 other women and I was just like, well, this already feels great. Like I just feel instantly comfortable. It's not like in movies when you see auditions, I was like picturing something very adversarial looking and I felt like instantly comfortable. Lena was there. I did my scenes with her. Then they sent me out of the room to learn a new scene that I didn't have yet. And so I was like, this is exciting. This feels like a positive development.
Wasn't on the worksheet. I'm sure you're panicking.
Wasn't on the worksheet. Panicked a little bit. Hadn't even brought my worksheet. So I was trying to like remember it from like my visual photograph of the worksheet. And so I went out, learned the scene. A couple other people went in to read while I was learning the scene. So I was also like, I could lose, like, this could just end up being an exercise in futility, but also what good practice. Like, I didn't know this was a thing that could happen in an audition. They'd send you out to learn new material. So we did that new scene. And then Lena was like, can I try something with you? Like, can we improvise a fight? And I was like, this is crazy because that's my only training. my only training as an actor.
UCB trained?
I had taken UCB, but I also was in an improv group in college, and I was not a theater major. I was an English major. I did plays, but I didn't study acting. I have no like formal acting training aside from like UCB 101. That was it. That's where it ended. And Just Had Water from Yale. Shout out. And so when they were like, can you improvise a scene? I was like, literally, that's all I can do. It was a real stretch for me to learn the scenes you gave me, but I am now like doing what I actually
You're like,
know how to
I've been doing short form improv forever.
Short, long, and musical form improv. Thank you very
period.
much.
Sorry.
No, it's
They
okay.
cover that
Just know
all in
your improv
UCB?
groups.
Oh my god.
No, that was Just Add Water. It was particular. That was very cool. Anyway, sidebar that we don't need to get into.
So what did you guys fight about?
we fought about, I can't remember what the argument was about. I think it was like some kind of friend conflict in the show or a boyfriend, or maybe Lena will remember. Her memory's so freaky. She'll remember exactly what it was about. But I remember that I know from improv, like the arc of a conflict scene, like how to kind of craft that in real time. And I guess they had done this exercise with a few other actors, and they had resolved it either too quickly or the conflict had gotten too intense, and we like ended up very against each other. But then by the end, we'd reached a kind of like uneasy detente, and then that was kind of, that's like Lena's whole tone really is like, and so she was really happy with that. And so then I left the audition not knowing I had that part or anything, but feeling so good about my first audition. I was like, this was amazing. I got, first of all, acting's my favorite thing to do, and I got to do so much of it today. So that's a win.
You're
I
like,
called
Rita.
I did. I was like, it went well. And she was like, we'll go on another hike and get cupcakes. And this was before I even heard. And then I found out that they wanted me to test for the part. And this is when I somewhat famously and totally ignorantly said no to nudity at a stage where like I didn't really have the like career currency to do that.
Right.
But they were so up against their shooting schedule that they, before you test for something, and maybe it's still this way, I don't remember, you have to sign a 6-year contract. Like you have to set all the deal terms before you test so that you don't suddenly have all this leverage. And while we were negotiating it, they were like, there's a standard HBO nudity rider that like everyone signs, and it says you're open to the discussion of nudity. And I was like, well, I'm not. And they were like, but it's an HBO show. And I was like, oh, but I'm not going to do nudity. So if that's a deal breaker, like I'm fine to let it go. Which, where did that come from?
I'm like, okay, girl boss.
But also it wasn't girl boss. It was maybe just because girl boss didn't have a title yet. I don't know where it came from. It just, maybe, I think ignorance, honestly. Like, I don't know that I would give myself that advice today, because like I was willing to let it, like being number 2 on the call sheet of an HBO show, like go, because I'm not open to the conversation, which is true.
So funny.
I don't know that I have the ability to stand by my morals like that strongly now. It's like I was close enough to being in seminars with other like impassioned like liberal arts kids that I was like, no, I mattered. So I said that, they acquiesced without like making me sign the thing. I went to New York to do the test, and I was expecting to walk into a room with like a bunch of people who look exactly like me and like that kind of out of body like testing experience, but it was just our cast. And we now know Zasha was like drugged on like cold medication when she was there, so she doesn't remember it, which is so hysterical. She seemed fine and normal and did a great job in my recollection. But it was crazy. Like meeting Jemima Kirk for the first time is like, I don't know. It's like coming into contact with like an alien species.
Oh
I
my
just was
God.
enamored. And I saw Lena again, and we immediately felt this like closeness, and meeting Chris Abbott was incredible. Like he was so sweet, and Sasha was amazing. And it just felt surreal. I was like so sure at every step that someone was going to be like, oh, I'm sorry, we messed up. Like, you're not ready for this. Like, we'll give it to a professional like person. But it just kept going well. And then there we were shooting the pilot, I think in November after I graduated from college. Just like,
Oh my gosh.
crazy. The craziest story.
Yeah, but it's kismet.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's also kismet because the timing of when I uploaded the video, the fact that Judd Apatow happened to see it on Huffington Post, and they had just abandoned casting in New York to move it to LA to find Marnie, because they were looking in New York, assuming she'd be like from here and live here and of here. And they moved it to LA literally the week I moved to LA. And so it just was like, there's a bunch of weird.
I need a
meant to be.
documentary that's like the search for Marnie Michaels.
Honestly, so do I.
I'm like, that'd be really fun.
Because when I reread, I found it recently in my emails. I don't have it memorized, but I found the original breakdown of the character, and it's like, first of all, Jewish, so already a departure to be like, this white Christian woman should be Marnie. But there were a bunch of things about her that I immediately related to, and I just felt like I don't know, she just felt so comfortable. But I give Judd so much credit. Like, he watched this video of me singing and was able to like see the Marnie essence in there so clearly. and just
Were
knew.
you so aware? Because I know, like, we always talk about how amazing it is that Lena was able to talk about being so young while it was happening in real
Yes,
time with no perspective,
uncanny.
which, like, no one's done so far since.
No.
But what, as an actor, were you, like, so aware of that, or were you so in it that you were like,
I was so aware of it because I felt like how weird that I get scripts that really just feel like transcripts of conversations that I'm actively having. I knew that was unusual. I couldn't possibly appreciate then the quality of the writing in addition to the, I don't know, the truthfulness of it. Like it felt honest, it felt real, but it also is like masterfully like written. Like in a like if you're studying writing for television way. Like these scripts were like some of the best scripts for television and I just didn't know how great they were until I read so many other scripts. It was like, oh my God, this
right.
is so
Girls'
good.
Ends, you start getting new scripts. You're like, wait a second.
I want those back. Yeah, there's nothing like a Lena script and Jenny Connor and I mean all of them, like Sarah Hayward. Like we were just so lucky.
Yeah.
Well, how much of it were you, even from like the get-go, how much were you like improvising of the show itself? Because I know so much of it was scripted, but is it something that you like transcended into as the show progressed? Or like it does sound like the initiation, even from the casting process, was so
Or like
much
that.
like this
I
heart.
think it's like a Judd thing. Like
Yeah.
Jenny came from Judd's world and Lena also was like really into the tone of what he was able to produce. And basically the way he uses improv and the way we did was like you show up to rehearsal, you do the scene, you read the scene on the page, and then you get it on its feet and you block it. And then you can kind of throw shit out there if you've got like an idea that came to you or whatever. And then sometimes we would get new pages of that scene while we were like back in hair and makeup and they would just have like reorganized or rewritten it or whatever. And then sometimes some of the stuff that's improvised would have made its way in, other times it wouldn't. And then during the shooting, we would always get it as scripted a couple times. Sorry, my voice
No,
is going.
please, yeah.
It's my COVID. I'm kidding. I've been dealing with losing my voice during this whole press tour, which has never happened to me before. And
No, it's cool that you're only
deeply
halfway done.
inconvenient. No. So I feel like the rhythm was like, we get it as scripted a couple times, but then he would shoot cross coverage all the time, like Judd, and that became a philosophy on girls as well. And so that meant that it was like the best way to shoot improv, basically, because you're getting the whole scene from two perspectives. So you don't have to like furiously write down what someone ad-libbed and tell the other person to respond to it in their coverage. And it was just loose. Like I remember a lot of scenes, especially where there were a bunch of us in them, where whoever was directing the episode would like come in and be like, okay, we got to like pull it back in. It's getting a little crazy. But you were kind of able to just like go off on a tangent if you wanted, or like end the scene on a different beat. Everyone was always adding stuff at the end of the scene because it always felt like fun. And most of that always got cut. But it also gave the sense that like we were really part of it. Like we were really like invited to be part of it. Like Randall's and I were just talking about how unusual that is. Like a lot of people aren't into that. They don't want their actors like contributing in that way.
Right. They're like, I've worked really hard on this. Say exactly as it is.
But Lena was a big fan of like the best idea wins. Like also there were occasionally lines where she would really want it to be word perfect because like it just mattered to her. But for the most part, if you get the gist of it, she was okay.
That's so nice.
Amazing. I mean, just the generosity.
I love that girl.
Well,
Me too, so much.
And you even like speak about how natural girls feels because you watch and it almost feels in the same way a reality TV show does. That
Well,
like
people I think maybe thought it was reality TV.
no,
a little
exactly.
bit.
I really do think
Beautifully
so.
shot.
No, beautifully shot, like
Stunning angles.
really good inner sense of story, funny to most people. Yeah, that tone was very much like, I don't know, it was interesting because I'd worked on sets up until that time, so I'd watched all these things be shot, but none of them had that tone. Like I was a PA on Prairie Home Companion, a Robert Altman movie, and it had like a very kind of elevated rhythm to it that's very specific to Robert Altman. It didn't feel like totally hyper real, but it definitely felt like a step above normal conversational patterns. And then I had been Tina Fey's second assistant for a summer while she was making Baby Mama and 30 Rock. And
Oh
they both
my
have
God.
what a summer.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
The summer with Tina Hand.
Tina Hand. Tina Hand.
That's our
Change
dear
her
friend's
name.
name.
That's our close friend.
Oh,
Tina
really?
Hand.
Tina Fey's assistant.
She did not need 2 assistants. So I basically just, it was like
It was
shadowing
vibes
her.
based.
It was vibes based for sure. But that was also like Baby Mama was like so funny and broad, and then 30 Rock has such a quick like
Right.
you know specific tone. So, and then I was the utility stand-in on the pilot of Boardwalk Empire, which
No.
Of course.
oh yeah,
Oh.
I stood in for Stephen Graham. Adolescence is Stephen Graham. He's
So
incredible. Yeah, I stood in for a whole bunch of people on that, but I learned so much, but not about natural tone, because that was a period piece,
Mhm.
Scorsese shooting on film. It was like all these asterisks. So I had never watched filming happen in that tonal world.
Mm-hmm.
And what we all ended up doing was just sort of following Lena's instinct, which was just to kind of exist just slightly adjacent to your own persona.
Yeah.
And just let the writing do its thing in terms of building the character and the stakes and whatever, and just like follow the emotions where they take you.
Yeah.
Was it weird to be 24 or whatever, like in New York, while a show that is so like that is coming out,
Yes.
where it's like people must have enmeshed y'all in such an intense and insane
100%.
way.
They
Like,
called me Marnie out in the world, which I understood. But it's also because I was living in the spaces of her demographic, because I was her demographic.
right.
So like, first of all, I'll never forget the morning after the first episode aired. I was staying in my parents' apartment, which was in Midtown. They don't live there anymore. And I was gonna walk to the Exhale Spa on Central Park South to do a bar class, which is already just so is such a time capsule sentence. And I was like, when I walk out of this apartment building, my life is like maybe going to be a little bit different. Like maybe people are going to recognize it. It took like a long time for that to happen. It just was like
Your
my
first
expectation.
bar class in
Yeah.
public after that.
I was like, do I wear this? Do I wear sunglasses the whole class? Like, how do I behave? And it was not like, it just didn't happen that way, which is very like cute to look back on. Of like, oh my God, you really thought the whole world was watching this show, and it was just a couple people in New York. But then it built and built and built. But then I was going to like bar classes or Soul Cycle or 16 Handles. So like, of course, I'm going to run into girls viewers. Like that's where we live. And that's
Right.
also where Marnie would go. And that's when people saw me out there, they were like confused about who they were interfacing with, which I like
Right.
understood.
They
But
probably thought
yeah,
you
it
were
was
shooting.
wild.
They might have thought she
You're
was
shooting.
shooting.
Yeah, my reality show. Yeah, I literally shot a scene at 16 Handles.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. Too much
And I
mochi,
had
girl.
a whole arc as a Soul Cycle instructor that got
We
cut.
heard that was
That-
cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
I think, and I don't think they would mind me saying it, I think that that was going to air after the Broad City Cycle location.
Oh, the
arc.
solstice thing?
Yes.
And you're like, we can't.
It was not a we. I had trained ferociously for this
You were
part.
training?
Yes, I was
for-
shadowing Soul Cycle instructors.
Oh.
God.
Yes, I was doing 2-a-days, 3-a-days. Like I was like on the bike. I had like the smell of Soul Cycle like in my cells.
And that was when it was like the real
Cult.
deal. Like,
Like,
it was cult status.
Let's call it what it is. It was like
Yeah.
I was so into it. I still like think those instructors are like among the most like charismatic and incredible people in the world. And I was like, there's no workout like this.
If
I
you
feel
don't
different.
think I go
I'm
to
high.
bar and Soul Cycle weekly right now in 2025, like
That
I'm
makes
there.
me feel better though. That makes me feel cool. I was like, yeah, I heard an Exhale reference on Real Housewives season 4 of New York, and I was like, oh, I was there. I would have been there
You were
to
in
see your
the room when it
product,
happens.
Sydney. But anyway, so I don't know. I feel like it was weird, just also because New York was one of the like biggest viewing cities in the country. So I was living in the epicenter of the fandom, which felt very it was hard to keep a good frame of reference on like how big the show was, or like how much because it also like being surrounded with media people all the time. They all talked about it. They all watched it. There was so much journalism about each episode every Monday. Like long Emily Nussbaum pieces or like just think pieces
That girl
about
can write.
That girl can write.
she can,
about
and she
girls.
did.
She
And
did.
it was like so interesting to read all of it. And then some of it was horrible and mean. And a
Were
lot
you
of it was
waking
just
up every
interesting.
Monday morning being like, let me read this?
No, but it would just get sent to me. It was just
Right.
around. Like it was just in the culture.
Yeah.
It's hard to describe because we don't really live in that time anymore of monoculture. Like when was the last time you went out to like a coffee shop in the morning and you could be quite sure that like if you made a reference to something that had been on television the night before, everyone would get it?
No.
Last
After a
week,
debate.
Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah, Taylor Swift is the one piece of monoculture we have left.
So true, and deservedly so. You guys know I'm a true blue.
I've been
True
fighting for my
orange.
life this past week. I'm like, no, she knows what she's doing, you guys.
Yeah, she does. She always
Yeah.
does. She's a mastermind. She
She's a
told us.
mastermind.
And she's a Marnie.
She's a Marnie.
And she's a
There's a lot of
Marnie.
Taylor and Marnie.
There's a lot of Taylor and Marnie.
There is. Like for real.
Yes. We have a meme right now going viral where it's your Edie Brickell music video, like juxtaposed with like one of the lyrics from Life of a Showgirl.
Which lyric?
Which
You
one
don't
is
know the
it?
Life of a
I'm like,
Showgirl.
I made it, by the way. I don't know.
Sorry,
I
I
think
Countess
it's like,
Luann laughed.
Did you girl boss too close to the sun? Maybe that. No,
Yeah, that's what it is.
Is it?
Shosh.
No, that is Shosh.
Did you girl boss too close to the
Um,
sun? Do people not know that she is in on the joke?
So here's the thing,
It's a
like,
great
you know what
question.
happened to you with girls?
Yeah,
That's
no, I
happening-
asked this question because people do not know I'm in on the joke, and they're
Yes,
endlessly
But
surprised.
I'm
by
like,
that.
everybody. I got in a fight with Evan actually about it because
God,
I
I'm
was
so
like,
sorry.
we studied girls for 2 years, and it's like she's in on the joke. She wouldn't be able to write that if she wasn't
Did
in
you
on the
girl
joke.
boss too close to the sun is
Right.
not her being like, this is my vernacular. What?
It's
Like
just I'm just like
savage. Like she knows.
she knows.
She knows. I've never done anything savage. She's never done anything. We're never gonna do savage things.
Oh, that's what the quote was for you.
really. I was drawn to it by my instinct.
Yes.
See, this isn't savage. Yeah, it's not.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we just know. We know who we are.
It's
No one wanted to play
yeah.
with me as a little kid. Like that's the,
Literally.
like, you know,
I can't.
that's the thing. That's a lyric, but it's also a little bit true for stages of my childhood, just like Taylor's.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's just read every lyric and be like, yay or nay. If you
It's
true to-
yay,
It's
unless
always
it's about
yay.
like a rich woman with a house in Rhode Island. It's
Right.
about-
One day.
yeah,
One day.
I know people should own more real estate in Rhode Island. It's a beautiful state.
Do
I know.
they?
Well, I'm sure she created a huge boom in real estate sales when she moved
She
here.
did.
Yeah,
My cousins live a town over.
you're like my
It-
cousins moved there. My whole family moved there.
So let's talk about how in the 2020s, Marnie has been reclaimed. We're in a Marniessance right now,
Mhm.
where cringe culture is actually being really celebrated in a huge way.
Yeah.
And so Marnie retroactively is now being celebrated. How strange it must be to be like, people were burning me at the stake when I was 26. And now
Beyond.
that I'm over it, you guys are being so nice
Can you
to
imagine
me.
if they had literally tried to burn me at the stake?
Totally.
I can't imagine.
I'm sure people wanted to. They felt so strongly. It's surreal. It's confusing. I keep getting asked this question. I think I understand it, but I want to like check my instincts with you guys because it feels like my read on the situation is basically that all this people are seeing all the same behaviors and all the same qualities, but they've been recontextualized as work in progress, self-care, like looking out for
Mm.
herself, like being ambitious, being cringe, but like not like letting it stop you, and that those are qualities that are not annoying currently. They're just
Yeah.
relatable. Is that accurate?
I think it is like the Obama era. We were still kind of in like a stick to the status quo
Mhm.
kind of culturally. Like everybody was like, and we're all wearing headbands with a ponytail or whatever, or we're all wearing like weird galaxy pants. Whereas I feel like now with the rise of social media and like TikTok, it's all about
make
like
your own.
your personal brand or
Yeah.
like everybody we know who like is a star now. It's because they put themselves out there and like climbed like this mountain
It's
of
much more
embarrassment.
apparent.
Yeah. And also, I think more people can relate to the things that humiliated Marnie. Like for her music video, for example, like a lot more kids now have put stuff out there online that they're embarrassed by
Mhm.
than back then.
Yeah.
That would have been like a kind of unusual move to make like a YouTube video like I did and put it out online and like it was unusual enough that like it made its way to Judd Apatow. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
love
Well,
that
I
Bald
think-
Andal repurposed it recently.
She's so powerful.
she's so powerful.
She went on her first date last week.
Says it on the pod.
Really?
She wants it.
We
out
love
there.
that girl, but when we first hung out with her, she was like, I've never been on a date and I don't own a purse.
She didn't own a purse.
I can't picture a person. Like
She's
she's
an
an idea
she's
to me.
She's a tiny,
gorgeous.
fierce woman.
Oh my God. How old is she?
26.
But we saw her last Friday and she was like, I've been on a date and I own a purse now. And I'm like,
She's
you're
going.
unrecognizable, girl.
What did she do before the purse?
It was
Wallet,
COVID. It was
wallet,
COVID, you
pocket.
know.
Wallet.
Wallet
Wallet
and
feels like a
pocket.
throwback.
No, I know because she is a big pants girl.
Yeah.
She's a
Yeah,
big pants girl.
She's a big pants girl.
She wears large pants, or she's just big time
Kinda
into
both.
pants. Big
No,
time into
she's-
large pants.
Pants with pockets.
Fall down, down. I bow down. For
Shout
real.
out. Okay, let's hop into the myriad of plot lines that Marnie
Okay, this
goes
is
through.
where I think I'm good, but I might like be rusty on some of these. I'm very
Okay.
excited.
Well, the two big ones that are most canon are, of course, Panic in Central Park and the Forbid app release, where you sing
Yes.
White Kite Moss tonight.
yes, yes.
But let's start at the very beginning with like the Charlie of it all,
Yeah.
and then the Booth Jonathan of it all.
Yes. Oh, yes. I was just thinking about that plastic dress the other day. I was just talking about it the other day.
Oh, well, it's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. It was the hottest it's ever been on set. And we were in a townhouse in Bushwick. And it had to be, because it was so hot and I was sweating, it had to be wiped down on the inside because it was creating condensation. It was like I was raining. Like what it had an ecosystem.
For you to
it.
do a greenhouse effect on a cast of girls.
Isn't that crazy?
That's
I was helping the
amazing.
environment.
That's amazing.
I
Yeah.
love it.
I know that's hurting the environment.
No,
No,
it's,
greenhouse effect. That's okay.
it's like, well,
It's bad
actually,
and
it's
good.
really complicated, but it's the reason we're alive.
Yeah,
partially.
exactly. As I see all the plants around you that are not alive. Spoiler alert. Sorry. I hope you don't mind me just like
Oh,
outing you as
it's
having
okay.
not real plants.
This is our second time shooting here ever.
Oh, amazing.
These are not our plans.
I love what you've done with the place. It's really made a big impact. Anyway, so sorry, Charlie first. Well, yeah, where to begin?
Well, okay, so you hate him in first episode. It is so cool
Right,
in
it's a-
pilot where it's just like, okay, you need to break up with this guy who likes to hold your retainers. That's
I know.
just
And by
there's-
the way, like find yourself a guy who will hold your retainers. I handed mine to my husband directly from my mouth 2 days ago.
oh my god.
And it was only not happening last night because we weren't sleeping in the same place. He was with our little guy.
Well,
I know.
you guys are together.
But I'm really into my husband in a way that Marnie is not into Charlie.
into Charlie.
Yeah.
What is your husband like if he had to be a boy and girls?
Ooh, he's like what a good question. He's sort of Adam, but not in a way that you're like, he's Adam and Shosh somehow.
Totally.
Somehow.
I will not find one person on earth that's not a little bit shosh.
I know. Well, he has
Everyone's
like
a little bit shosh.
I need what Shosh brings is like the organization, the like being able to be on time to things, like probably never having missed a flight, like you
Mhm.
know, like having her shit together. And so you need like a little bit of there's a fly, or I'm hallucinating.
No, I see it, I
Viewers
see
can
it.
choose.
No, she's hallucinating.
I smell disgusting, and that's where the fly is hovering around me. Yeah. So the Adam part is like he's an actor. He's he has big feelings. He's like
Mhm.
very masculine to me. He's very like he has a lot of Adam essence, but with the cleanliness level that makes me look like a slob, and also just like kindness and openness. I don't know. I think it's Shosh and Adam.
I love that.
That's why I
Adam's
don't
like
wanna
the
marry.
one guy you don't kiss in the show.
Yes, he's
We
the only
always-
guy I don't kiss in the show.
We always talk about like everybody's so mad at Jessa for getting with Adam, but I'm like, Marnie sleeps with everyone's
I hooked up with
boyfriends.
her husband with her.
Like-
Right? Were they married yet?
Wait, who?
Remember when Jessica gets married?
Oh yeah, Thomas John,
Yeah.
of course.
We have a
A
three-way kiss.
No, they're not.
three-way kiss.
They're not married. That's actually the kind of the insurging event. That's the first time they kind of ever meet up. And
Oh, that's
And then
Right.
Jessa hates him, and then it's like surprise wedding, and you're like, wait, and then you're like, I gotta kiss Bobby Moynihan about this.
I sure did. And I love Bobby Moynihan and will
Yeah.
forever.
A perfect man.
I know. I did. What's so funny is that like I did kiss the most people, have the most sex none of it stuck.
And
Like
people
it
still
just
see you
is
as
Yeah,
not.
people don't
Starlight.
remember
Yeah.
that as you at all. Everybody still sees you as season 1 Marnie.
Yes, like the tights. I wear tights. But I
Yeah.
masturbated in like the second or third episode
Third
of that show.
episode, you immediately go to bathroom and masturbate.
Yeah, and I had sex in the second episode, I think, with
Yeah, you
Charlie.
do.
I'm just
And no
out
nudity.
here.
No nudity in there.
No, maybe that's why it like doesn't stick. They're like, if I didn't see areola, it didn't happen.
I love that they were like, okay, no nudity. We're gonna find every other angle though.
Every angle, including the Booth Jonathan sex scene, which was like so complicated to choreograph without showing nudity.
I can't even imagine
Yeah.
that day on set. And this was, of course, before intimacy
coordinator.
They were
coordinators
called that
existed.
actually
Yeah.
at first, and they were like, "We need to rebrand this job title. This is too long."
No, she's got flies.
Yeah, it was like, did you just get? Oh,
I said she's got flies.
she's got
now.
flies. Yeah, no, it was crazy that we did it without an intimacy coordinator, and what that looked like in practice was like. It was just a lot of Lena doing like with the Booth Jonathan thing. He was like making an X shape with her fingers, or Jesse, the director, being like, "It's this, but to people." And I'm like, "How? We'll find out." And then Yorm and I show up that day, and we're like, "Let's see."
What you described as scissoring.
No,
Oh,
this
I
is
see.
scissoring. This is like
It's
arms,
six-
legs, but like 2 people. I don't know.
I
It's
can get
kind
into
of
that.
this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Maybe
what you
that's
mean.
more accurate. I don't know. Anyway, but that was kind of what the conversation was like. And then we were like, we
Yeah.
need to just get this on its feet or on its stomachs, so to speak. And then, yeah, we're like, I have a picture in my phone of Jenny and Lena demonstrating the moment from Marnie and Desi. So it's like, that's what our process looked like. Also, with the masturbation thing, it was like Lena and I just talked about it for a long time. Like, what's the vibe of it? How do I logistically like deal with the tights? Like, what do we do?
Right.
Yeah, that was all of it was so. I felt very like comfortable for the most part. Not that I liked doing all of it. It's a fundamentally very strange thing to do. It's like intimacy scenes are so weird, but I don't know. I didn't really think about it too hard, and in a way, I feel liberated by that because if I hadn't done sex scenes early in my career, what I know from other actors is that they loom really large. Like, and when I read a script to this day, I like skim them because they're like not a big. I'm like yada yada yada. They have sex, whatever, and then I like go on to the other part.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's just old hat.
It's so interesting. I never care about the sex scenes in TV.
I know, but ours had plot development in them,
Exactly.
and character
They were
development.
really important.
Yeah, I'll never forget the frequency with which people like looked Lena in the eyes and just was like, "Your body, basically, like your body is brave," and she was like, "What does that mean?" And they're like, "Oh, I just thought I was giving you a compliment, but now I'm just
What is
telling you
that?
you're not skinny."
Well, that's
It was
always
so
like-
insane.
Every time we post a throwback photo, everybody's comments are like, "Oh my god, why were we bullying her? She's stunning."
It was so
It's like,
people were so
yeah.
angry at her for just like being adorable.
I think that it's really hard to be like cooler than have someone be cooler than you.
Yeah, and the amount of jealousy was so intense.
Yeah.
and people desperately didn't want her to be worthy of this opportunity, be worthy of this show. And then it was
sorry,
good.
She was just so good at it.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because it's so evident that she's in on the joke. Like even in the first season,
She
I am the
wrote the
voice of a
joke,
generation.
right?
Like, if anyone thought she was being serious, like you just aren't. You should stop watching the show that episode. Like you're not ready for the rest. You're gonna hate the rest of it just as much. Like it's just the whole show is that. Yeah, I don't know. It's like Taylor. It's the same question. It's like, where's the goodwill? Where's the assumption that we're in on the joke?
People love to be mad at girls.
They really did,
Yeah.
but not as much anymore.
Not
We
as
hope.
much anymore.
There might be a backlash, I'm sure, if it's getting too much positive attention. But I'm like, I'll
Yeah.
help you through this one. I've been through it. I can help you guys through it if it happens.
I feel like people still obviously hate girls, but the process is there's so much love for it now and admiration, and because I feel like they've always stuck up for it, but like the way people stick up for it now, it feels like a core part of honestly some people's beings at this point
Mhm.
because it emulates such a real part of their existence, and they like are really actually able to like contextualize themselves in these characters in such visceral ways that they are almost like Taylor Swift addicts at points.
They're
or-
Swifties.
They're
or
Swifties.
What's Ariana Grande's fan base called?
Like venties, I don't know.
Those
Wrong
are
person to ask.
Ariana's
Arenators.
Ariana
Arenators.
Arenators.
Arianators.
Arianators.
Thank you.
They're fierce online. Like, they will go after people. And I feel like we've finally reached that place with girls. But it's like, okay, well, it's too late now. Everybody's over it.
Yeah.
And I think TV
Put
shows
your
traditionally
muskets
get that
away.
treatment. Well, TV shows are never, well, I mean, they get criticized, but for being bad or poor, it's interesting to see a TV show like receive critique because it's like people aren't in on the joke and just find it to be like it's like unfunny
Yeah,
or
and
just
just also
it's not
misogyny. Like,
it's so just
Yeah.
pretty
misogyny.
blatant.
Right, exactly.
what's embarrassing for them is that they were showing themselves. Like
Right.
in the historical record, like the joke is on you guys for covering the show that way. And like, may people, when they're researching your backlog of work, find these articles you wrote and make you
Mhm.
feel forever embarrassed by them
Mhm.
because you're showing your ass. Like, you know, it was just so obvious. It was like screaming from the page of like, TLDR, I wanted to have an HBO show and Lena Dunham got it, and I'm furious and I haven't processed that rage. Like, that is just the perspective that's all of
People are
the.
so angry about it today.
I know.
I swear, people are so angry at Lena Dunham for getting a TV show on HBO 15 years ago.
I know.
Today.
I know.
It is crazy to watch.
I know. I mean, it wasn't a perfect show. There are criticisms for sure. And it wasn't like we didn't to talk about it as if it was this like, I don't know, like there was never a mistake made. It was a
Right.
perfect thing. It would be crazy. But it was not worth the vitriol
No.
that it
Yeah.
received.
Have you seen any other piece of media? You know what I mean? It's like it's
Wait, I was like, yeah, what?
Wait.
I mean, like, well, that it's just like it's so. I mean, we were talking about it earlier. Like, there's so many poor pilots compared to Girls. Like, Girls is such a well constructed TV show, and
Yeah.
it's hard to watch something that feels so good to me.
Yeah, I know.
He's so hated.
And as a pilot, like
Yeah,
pilots suck typically.
absolutely.
And it's a really good one.
It's really good. There is something about Marnie that's so interesting, which is like everybody just like writes these girls off as like terrible people. And like Marnie isn't nice necessarily, but she is kind. Like she really does show up for Hannah like consistently.
Yeah.
And in like a huge way. And for people to just like not recognize that is so frustrating.
Thank you so much. What other good qualities do you see in her?
I think a great episode of Quality
Oh.
is Panic in Central Park.
Panic in Central Park.
Mm.
Of
I mean, of course, who's not going to go back to their ex when they look that hot?
Okay, wait, but this is a question I have. So
yeah.
when I see people talking about it,
Mhm.
the amount of people who relate to this experience she's having is crazy to me.
I'm just like, people are like, this is so sweet. And I'm like, he's literally shooting up. Like, what are we talking
She's
about?
helping him deal drugs.
Yeah, like-
without knowing. She's not like totally in on it.
But I think people are just like, Magita Perez.
I know.
Well,
Someone said that to me the other day and it took me a second to like, I was
You're
like,
like,
no,
what
my,
is that?
oh yeah. Yeah, what confuses me about that one is that people find the experience of bumping into an ex and having an experience like that
Mhm.
relatable or aspirational.
It's definitely aspirational.
I think
because it closes a door of sorts. Like they
I
never
see.
had a defined ending. He was gonna make grilled pizza. He never shows up again. What happens now? He's
Why would you buy the ingredients for pizza?
I'm sorry. Why would you?
No bad points were made. That's a
No,
solid
absolutely.
argument. It's
And to be the first person ever to grill a pizza,
Yeah.
please.
But it's like
Someone's
you
gotta get
got
in
to
there.
have closure in a way most people don't. So it's almost like this fantasy reel that people can watch where it's like, what if I got
Well, 'cause
closure?
yeah, I guess. Sorry.
Don't you? I feel like I think when it's like the longing, when you have like a longing feeling and you don't necessarily have someone to like put in place, like you don't have another romantic entanglement,
new
or you're
one, you
feeling
go
like
back.
dissatisfied in a current relationship. I think it's so easy to fantasize about past relationships, and it feels like Marnie almost kind of manifested this in a way where it's like she's going through this really difficult time with Desi.
With Desi, yeah.
He
with
just built the wall. I think A, it's a great episode of TV, but B, also it is like a fantasy that people help almost like relieve themselves from their current reality and for it to actually
I guess
happen.
the reason I have trouble seeing, well, filming it, like I couldn't look at it that way because
Mhm.
it's not, first of all, like filming all the stuff running into him, I had to be in a mindset of like, he's still the last person I'd want to run into. I'm still actively angry at him.
Yeah.
And then when it's happening, it's kind of like an exciting departure from
Mhm.
Desi, who's driving me insane.
Right.
And then the what if, the promise of it, and then I get like heartbroken and have this moment of clarity. Like there were just so many arcs to it.
Oscar
Give me an
2025.
Oscar. It's 2025 for an
Can we
episode of
can we
television
campaign, you guys? Like
that aired in what year? Do you remember any recollection?
2016 or
20 something.
something?
Yeah.
2015.
11
Yeah.
years later.
That was such a, like, I was very nervous when Lena told me she was going to write that. I was like, or that she had written it in like a fever dream. She wrote it like really quickly in like one setting or something.
Yeah, she was like, by the way, I wrote it when I was in a weird mood on a weekend. I'm like, so that doesn't happen to other people, girl.
I know. I'm like, when I'm in a weird mood, I just play Candy Crush for 7 hours. I don't write like iconic episodes
But
of television.
it's like your one man's trash. It's your bottle.
Yes. Oh my God. One Man's Trash is one of my favorite episodes of TV of all time, I think.
So good.
And what's the other one? The Richard's other one with
Oh,
Matthew
yeah.
Reese.
Oh, right. American.
Season 6,
American Bitch.
American Bitch. And then well, Beach House is so
Yep.
What are you saying it? I thought this would be just a nice opportunity for us to have fun together and prove to everyone via Instagram that we could still have fun as a group. I mean, that line ricochets across Bushwick every
My tears
day.
ricochet.
Literally.
That line ricochets across Bushwick.
It really does, girl.
I
Also-
do think of that line a lot when I see group photos on Instagram. I'm
Yeah.
like, you're just proving to everyone that you're still friends.
when people post a group pic with that caption, it's like, yes.
Oh, do people do that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really funny.
It's really
Well, good. Here.
I
we-
love
We
it.
donate it to the culture.
I love the quote from Central Park where you're like, I'm only 25 and a half. But
Oh, no.
somehow I've managed to live so much. I feel like I'm looking out the eyes of a woman at hands that have touched and have been touched.
Wait, the sales clerk, though, like really quickly after I say I'm 25 and a half, she's like, that checks out.
Yeah.
Or something. That was very funny. Yeah, just incredible writing, honestly.
I
It's
mean,
just,
Would you go back for girls
yes,
when they're 50?
no matter what. Yes. And I stupidly told Lena because the fact that I wasn't naked, like, eventually became a
nudity.
thing because everyone
Yeah.
else was like naked all the time. And I was like, I'm
Yeah.
still never nude. Like, I'm not going to do it. And I was
Yeah.
like, after 60, I'll do it. So I'm worried that in some part she's going to like wait so that she can just see my boobs when I'm
She calls
60
you when
plus.
she's 60.
Guess
like,
what?
Allison, guess what?
By then, if I give a fuck, like, I've failed in my
Yeah.
life, you know? At this point, they've fed a baby for a full year. Like, they've done a lot.
I can't
By
believe this is all on
60.
one worksheet. This is amazing. This is crazy.
She wrote a book, Ellen Novak. You guys should read it, take her class. She's incredible.
Obviously, I'm
she's
gonna take that
extremely
class.
talented. Yeah.
I have
love it.
marching orders after this.
If-
I'm making a
I just
music
found
video.
that. Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to LA for a week,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm going to take
We gotta call Jess.
Go on a hike with Rita
go on a
Wilson.
hike with Rita Wilson, eat a cupcake.
Absorb her wisdom.
Be
We
beautiful.
had Megan Salter on the podcast, and we were like,
Icon.
"You stole Marnie's mom straight out from under her."
But if you're Lena, you can't resist the urge
Right.
to have Rita.
Were you like, that's my mummy?
A little.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. I was so excited. I was just mostly jealous on a macro level to not be part of like anything that Lena's doing. Like I would just do
Totally.
anything she's doing. And it was Randall's and Rita. I was like, oh my God,
Oh,
this
I-
is like a reunion.
fam-
I love how she brings back so many people
Me
she's
too.
worked with.
And Karpovsky is oh wait, I'm not allowed to say, but we're about to see him.
And nobody
He's in
wants
Nobody
it.
Wants
Yes,
This
okay, good. I
season
didn't
That's
know if that was out
announced.
yet. Yeah, he's in Nobody Wants That.
And Jenny Connor is like working on that or something.
Yeah, she's showrunning the second season.
Huge.
Amazing.
It's family.
We're
I know.
Logging
She sent me
in.
a picture of him with Andrew, and I was like, "Oh my God, he looks identical." I haven't seen him in so long. We all like talk randomly all the time. Like,
Well, we
every
just
once in a
ran
while.
into Zasha and Rannells.
Oh yeah, because they did
'Cause
a
of the
92nd
92nd
Street
Street
Y. I
Y.
couldn't go. How was it?
They're so fun.
They're
and
so
They love to
fun.
talk about you.
What did they say?
They were just like, that girl loved teaching us the dance for Beach House.
I did. I can barely learn choreography. That feels
they
like
were
they
just
are
like,
not
she
remembering it
really
right.
wanted to nail it. And it's
That
like,
part's true
yes.
because I'm the worst dancer in that group.
Well,
I
you
just
did
did the
the
Jennifer
best.
Hudson show, and they were like, "Do you want to do the like tunnel thing?" And I was like,
Right.
"No, ma'am. Like hard pass. Absolutely not. This goes one way."
This
No,
is wild.
that's where Marnie and I diverge. Like whenever people are like, "What's different about you?" I'm like, "It's hard to put my finger on it, but it's big, and that's the difference."
I love it.
The
A dance
Marnie version of
background.
myself would have done it shamelessly with something she choreographed ahead of time
Yeah.
that didn't
course.
match the rhythm that they decided to bring on the day that she would do anyway, or ask them to change their chant so that it would match her BPM.
If you could go back and tell Marnie something, like what would you sit down and tell that girl?
Oh.
Where in the show at any point?
I'd
Early?
say season 6. I'd say she's with Hannah being like, I won.
I won. I'm the best friend. I would be like, oh God, what would I say? I think I'd be like, you need to move. You need to like kind of
Totally.
go
Or
start somewhere new.
what
Join
if
Soul
Hannah,
Cycle.
Hannah's mom says to you,
Oh yeah, what does she say? That
she's
advice.
like, are you happy? And you're like,
Yes.
that's not, why does that matter?
I know.
And she's like, no, it should.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know. Mary,
Um,
she is so talented. I feel like that conversation felt so interesting to me because it was also around a time when like there was a class at Yale about happiness around then, and it was like such a conversation about the value of happiness. And actually, if you trace that through our show, it's definitely the pressure that people put on happiness as a way of evaluating the quality of life kind of moves in a way that mirrored the culture, obviously, as the show does so often. So it was always interesting to me that in the last episode, Marnie was being asked if she was happy, and she was the one kind of saying like, that doesn't matter, because that's very much like a boomer perspective and older.
Yeah, but
Well-
also the thing about Marnie is that every choice she makes doesn't seem like it's because she wants it. Like
It's what she's supposed to,
she's
what
like,
she thinks she's supposed to
I'm
do.
supposed to do this. And
Yeah.
it's like Ray early on when you're like being like a bottle girl or whatever, and he's like, if you could do anything, what would you want to do? And you were like, sing.
I know.
Question mark.
And that's where it all starts.
And that's where it all began.
That's the origin story.
But it is so like nice to see on screen somebody like, because I feel like the way a lot of shows are written, it's like a clear character want, but it's so like clear the character thinks they want it. Like there's
Yes.
like that complexity to it. So like watching that play out is so rewarding.
I think that also might have been why she frustrated people, because it felt like she was very close to just being like a high achiever,
Mm-hmm.
like a character that was just like okay, so that the other ones are flailing and we can focus on like where they're falling short. But
Mhm.
Marnie was like almost okay, almost good enough.
Yeah.
Like in that job interview with Lena's mom, when she's talking about Ann Taylor, when she talks about the like whatever, like she almost could get that job, but she just can't get out of her own way.
Yeah.
Like I have no doubts that she'd be good at it if she got it.
That's why she's such a frustrating character.
Exactly. I think that's why she like hits that, because from a fan like standpoint, you're just like, can you just, and I felt this way a little bit too. I was like, where can we have more scenes where Marnie's just okay? Where she's like happy, and
You're
Lena's like,
kind of-
I hate to tell you that's not interesting. And she's right.
You're kind of the things are going the worst for you in many ways.
Most of the show.
But people don't even notice that.
It doesn't stick to me. It's like
Yeah.
someone will like try to put me in something kind of slutty, like a article of clothing that's slutty, and it goes on my body and it becomes waspy. Like I just can't. It's
There's
like,
no way
whoa,
around
this
it.
is suddenly like
a
country club
collar.
attire.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has 2 popped collars. I thought it was lace. Yeah, it's like, or like goth makeup just becomes like the music, the makeup and What I Am
Uh-huh.
was like as goth as my face can can do.
Right.
And that just looked like kind of normal smoky eye.
I'm like, that's just where we were
I
palette
just
wise.
like, couldn't get any more goth than that, or like hardcore.
Your dub smash from that shoot day is
Oh,
so
that's from the
important.
wedding day.
That is so important for culture.
I know I wanted people to know that I could do that, and so I did that.
And
honey,
we
you
know
did
I
it.
don't know how I feel about it.
it is
Let
like
me get this
reputation precedes you in the way that like, you've done so many things to defy. Also, I've never used that phrase and I don't know what it means.
Okay,
But-
good work.
That is a
Keep
Taylor
going.
lyric as well. Good for
Okay,
you.
yes.
Which one?
Reputation precedes me.
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
right,
that's
you're
right.
right. But it's like no matter what you do,
I sing
people
it.
are kind of locked into like who you were established as in like the first 3 episodes.
Yes.
And it's so like, okay, Marnie did that crazy thing, that crazy thing, and people are like, yeah, but she's still so type A.
she's uptight. That
Yeah.
word. I heard that word in every interview.
Well, and it actually ties back to the class you're talking about, that course
Happiness
of
class?
happiness, because this is actually free now on the Yale like extended
I didn't
learning program, so anyone can take it. It's actually
I
the most
love that.
most taken online class ever.
For good reason. She's also an
coursera.com.
incredible
She's incredible.
professor. Yeah.
But it does talk about like the part of happiness is like like kind of the essence of like letting go of the thought of like wanting happiness.
Yes.
And I feel like Marnie, even though she faces all these obstacles, in a way like has a happy, even though she's deeply sad, like she does have a kind of a happiness about her. And it's because of like these core beliefs she has in herself. And even when she like is constantly being beaten down,
So violent.
they still persist. And it's beautiful to watch.
It's true.
She's like, I think against all odds, she is still kind of happy in her own way.
No, she really
like to
is.
think.
The most unhappy she ever was. Yeah, profound. The most unhappy I think she was with Desi.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
'Cause
really
he robbed from her.
Yeah.
He took from her.
Yeah.
what people
Hard
are
to
talking about a
And
lot
the kitten.
on TikTok now is
A loose thread.
men like to suck the magic out of women.
Ugh.
And it is so like Marnie gets the magic sucked out of her.
In a little TV cave with Jonathan from Desi. Yeah, it happens.
I wanna go to a TV cave.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it. It was so claustrophobic and weird. That was not hard. That reminded me of like the credits of True Blood, which always scared me, of the rotting possum. I don't know if you guys watched True Blood, but I was like,
I've seen
I
the
can't watch the
intro.
credits.
Oh, the credits too?
Yeah, it freaked me out.
We have to wrap up. We have one more segment. Girl, get your Glock. It's rapid fire time. We're going to ask you a series of rapid fire questions. Don't think twice. Are you ready?
Of course.
Are you schoolgirl or are you getting schooled girl?
I'm a schoolgirl.
Are you the voice of your generation or a voice of a generation?
A voice of a generation.
What's your favorite utensil?
Fork.
Fuck, marry, kill, kiss. Booth Jonathan.
Wait, fuck, marry, kill, kiss. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never done this before.
No one has.
No one has. I
Okay.
invented it this morning around
There's 4 guys.
8:30.
Okay.
Booth Jonathan, Ray, Desi, and Charlie.
Okay, Booth Jonathan, Ray.
It's so much harder with 4.
Desi, Charlie. Unfortunately, I think I killed Desi. I'm trying to figure out who to kill first.
Kill Desi.
No, I kill Booth Jonathan.
Mm.
I
He'll die a martyr.
marry. Do you marry Ray? I think you marry Ray.
I think that's what most
I
people
think
want.
you fuck Charlie, which means you kiss Desi.
Or
That
Booth
feels-
Jonathan.
Booth Jonathan's dead.
Oh, you kill Booth
Yeah.
and you kiss Desi.
I think so.
That's stunning.
I think that makes sense to me. How would you guys have done it?
I think I would have.
I think that's kind of the only answer.
I would have, yeah, probably kill Desi, kiss Booth Jonathan, marry Charlie, but depends what season, and then sorry, I know we didn't give you that option.
No, I
marry
took that
Charlie.
option. I was taking Charlie in his full essence.
Yeah, well, I could fix him. I could
I have bad news for you. I tried, honey.
And then who's the last guy? I mean,
Ray.
Ray. I'd fuck.
Oh,
Oh, I hate Ray. Everybody loves Ray. I always hated that guy.
interesting.
I can't stand him.
He would have loved you. That's his Achilles heel.
Are you a Desi and Marnie or Marnie and Desi?
Marnie and Desi.
What did Mother Teresa love?
Oh God, I don't remember. Is this a line from the show?
Yeah, it's being famous.
Who says that? Andrew
You
Reynolds?
do.
I do.
See, Mother Teresa loved being famous.
When?
When you guys are at that counter in a later season and Hannah's like, I'm gonna become a substitute teacher.
Oh, I remember that. Andrew was there.
Andrew
Yeah.
is there.
It's like a
He's like
Mexican
part of the
restaurant.
line to me. I can't believe I said that. Maybe she did. We'll never know. It's very funny.
So I'm cruel because I don't want to go get a scone with you this morning.
I say that to Desi in Panic Central.
What is Marnie's cultural heritage?
White Christian woman.
Yes.
Yes.
What is the flakiest thing a girl can do?
Oh, be how many hours late to a dinner?
No, showing up late to your
Hey, no,
abortion.
there's no right answers.
Oh.
We
There's
were like,
actually
it's
no right
wrong.
answers.
It was Jessa either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was in the
The
pilot when
pilot,
she's late to
yeah.
dinner. But yes, being late to your own, not showing up to your own abortion.
You guys in the bathroom and you're like,
feels flaky.
you make me uptight and then I become uptight.
I love that deferral of responsibility. That is just unscripted television, is people saying that.
Okay, 2 more questions. Have you seen Rent?
Am I at all who you think I am?
Look at that doll. How does she feel?
What does she say in the dollhouse with Booth Jonathan? Right?
With Jonathan.
She feels is it lonely?
It's she feels sassy.
That's funny.
Allison, thank you so much for doing the
I
pod.
don't want it to be over.
No, like,
I
can-
feel like we didn't talk about any of the things.
I'm
wanted
like,
to talk
we
about.
didn't even get started, frankly.
Really?
Well, let's have a quarterly check-in with you.
I love that. I love a
Yeah.
quarterly, like a financial check-in.
Yeah, Q1.
What did we not hit? Just so we can tease for a future combo.
Okay, it's like We really wanted to get more into kind of like
The
your
plot.
romantic entanglements and like maybe your relationship to each individual girl. Because it's like you have such a nuanced relationship with each of those
Yes.
people.
That I feel like between now and when I see you again, I need to do a rewatch because I haven't done one in a while. I watched the latter half of the series with my husband who had started it already. Like,
Did you
I
get
don't know,
married and then
2021.
he was allowed to watch it?
No. Weirdly enough, he watched it before we even met, which is crazy.
He's
That
like,
means he
I
was
love this girl.
okay. But I need to do from the start because my memory of it all is not, as you just saw, it's not perfect.
Emily Nelson.
Well, I'll do one more rewatch and then touch base.
Okay, how many times do you think you've seen it?
At this point, I probably not even that many times. Like each episode,
You're
maybe
like
5
once.
times.
That's a lot.
But it's like I've seen Gilmore Girls like hundreds.
Hundreds.
Well, if we talk about clips, we've watched
Clips.
We've actually clipped down a TV show, every single inch of it, and we probably watched those 100 times.
We've
each.
edited frame by frame like every scene and like captioned almost every scene. So it is like I feel like I know it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hours spent is probably the better question.
But guys, thank you so much for tuning in, Allison. This was literally heaven on earth, and we're so excited to see Regretting You. And we can't wait to see you again, girl.
Thank you. I'll be back and I'll be much more knowledgeable
check
about the
out-
source material.
Literally, check out our podcast,
Yeah,
Landlines.
thank you for listening.
I really do
I'm
love it.
obsessed with it. I'm so glad you like
I don't know
it.
much about motherhood, but I'm learning.
You're
I have
ready.
2 amazing friendships.
I know. I'm so lucky. They have
So
been.
smart.
They were at like all the girls' premieres with me, which was so
Aw.
fun.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Did you do a
whenever-
music video with either of them?
No, they would die. They would be like, we support you, but that's so stupid. And that's why I turned out not quite like Marnie because I had.
Oh,
friends
I have
like
so
that.
much to say about that podcast because you guys talk about having a second child.
Yes,
recently.
I think about it daily.
It's so interesting.
Will you tell me, should I do it or should I not?
Closing line of the podcast. Should you have a second child?
Answer in the comments.
I think you
I
should because Tina Fey did, and she said it was the right choice.
yeah.
I know, but it's
okay.
so stressful.
Yeah.
I know it just sounds like a lot
It
more.
sounds like a lot, and
Okay.
it's like something so metropolitan about having one kid,
Hmm.
even if you're in Connecticut.
I know, but I get it. I'm in all black. I fit in here.
Yeah, you can make it in this
I
town.
can make it in this city.
Okay,
Thank
bye,
you guys so
everybody.
much. Bye.
Waving.